what you believe, how you think. Mindset is simply how we think about and how we see the journey of aging. It's our attitude and our approach toward circumstances. The big first step is recognizing that your mindset shapes your behaviors and influences your actions. Why is this important? Consider, we've been regularly exposed to negative age stereotypes over a lifetime. Oh, you look good for your age. Read, you're old and you're not supposed to look good. Or, did you see that old person bound up those stairs? And, I'm surprised he could do that many push-ups. We've been conditioned to believe that older people should not look good, should not be physically active. We are told what to expect, and the dissonance between what we see and what we expect skews reality. People can't believe it when you're active when you're older. A deeper look points to research showing that age beliefs predict how well we retain function, our functional health as we age. Mindset has been shown to be the underlying subconscious energy that drives our behavior. Now remember, it's our daily choices behavior that drives our biology, that drives our trajectory of how we age, either toward growth or quietly shutting down. There's the underlying mechanism. Mindset influences our daily choices, and those daily choices drive our biology, either accelerating or impeding. Maybe you have updated your mindset to the effect, I believe I have the agency to change my trajectory and age better than the average person. I can become an outlier. Good. At this point, you might ask, what are the pitfalls? Well, the pitfalls are, why do lifestyle changes fail? And why do diets fail? Why is strength and aging so uncommon? You have to be cemented in your positive beliefs about aging. Most diets, fitness efforts, lifestyle changes are short-lived and temporary because lack of alignment. In other words, there's a subtle internal conflict. Yeah, I can do it, but imposter, I don't know. People right away see a potential better life situation from thinking about eating better, exercise, and that belief is the lens. Why you're going to commit to change is the driver. The mindset united with why, there's no friction. You have total alignment. Think of it, mindset is the magnet, and your why is steel. I want to look better is not as strong as binding as I want to be strong and healthy and vital for my grandchildren. Those people who contact me, that's what they say. I want to keep all my function. I want to be independent. I want to increase my stamina. I want to hike harder and fish longer. Or, yeah, I want to be a strong parent. I want to show my kids what's possible. Now, this can become something more than what you do. It will become who you are. And that's what people will talk about. That's what you'll show them. This lands nicely and feels good, right? Well, you're all going to need a solid alignment and that congruency to sustain your effort. Because why? Most of the time you'll be swimming upstream, alone in your daily life choices. Think about the looks, the questions, when you are out with friends and you have only one drink, or you don't drink at all. When you have family gatherings, holidays, your food choices are different. People are going to challenge your food choices. People are going to, why are you living like this? Why don't you want to enjoy life? As though alcohol and less than stellar nutrition are a requirement to enjoy life. Quite the contrary. With those choices and with that new direction, you appreciate and savor life so much, you're engaged with living that you take the time and make the effort to drive your life, from exercising to food choices to sleep schedule. You're not merely living, you're thriving, growing, and healing recovering each day. You live with purpose and on purpose. You're deliberately living your strongest and best life. Now, your nonconformity with the standard American diet and standard American sedentary will raise hackles in family, friends, society. But your choices show how you think and why you care. This quiet power is what fuels your new identity. You become a force of aging unlike anything you ever have seen before. You're leading, you're carrying the torch, you're blazing the trail, building the wealth that money can't buy. That's how you think and why you care. And you live in such a way that expresses it every day. Now, next time we'll discuss how you can bring mindfulness to dovetail with mindset for better self-awareness. You can now see this is why our efforts fail. Exercise, diet, there's no energy, purpose. Nothing is driving our efforts. We exercise, but that's it. The why is the driver. With a solid why, you become a force of aging, unlike anyone you've seen, a model for what is possible. You're leading, carrying the torch, blazing the trail, building the wealthiest asset money cannot buy. I hope you're seeing why our efforts fail. We exercise, but it's forced. We can't keep that effort up. Exercise, diet changes. This requires a lot from you. The effort itself needs its own energy, and that must be built and developed. We have to know what's driving our efforts. When you see other people who are committed to exercise and staying in shape and conditioned, you may think, wow, those people are motivated. Maybe, but what's the driver of that motivation? Success, consistency, and commitment starts with a foundation of thinking differently, believing differently. You no longer believe that people who are succeeding have something you don't have. And you begin to slowly, one change at a time, steering your life toward purpose. What you have made a priority. You begin small. Switch nuts and raisins for the big cookie. Take a walk after dinner instead of sitting down to television. I hope you're beginning to recognize this empowered thinking, this quiet power. See, mindset is how you think, how you know there is more and you can help yourself. It's your thought foundation. Let's look at why you're committed. Your why is your purpose, the driving force that gives your lifestyle change effort enough meaning that you commit with 100% capacity, never sliding backwards. Throughout history, people who have endured and survived unimaginable hardships point to one thing that carried them, their why, the reason to keep believing, to keep going. A clear sense of purpose has carried people through conditions most of us will never face. Now, if you're just beginning exercising and shifting your diet, transforming your life, fasting can feel like a hardship. A strong will carry you. Mindset is how you think. Your why gives that thinking direction. When your mindset and your why are aligned, your actions are no longer forced. They no longer require extra effort. You no longer have to try. You no longer have to try to stay consistent. You are consistent because your why comes from a deep place. Your why helps connect your living in accordance with who you are. You recognize you're aging and transforming your life is not something you do. It's who you are. Here's what that looks like in daily life. Let's say you're stiff, your knees hurt, your hips hurt. Basically, your aging is pretty typical. With your newly empowered thinking, your inclination is not to reach for external chemical relief. You know Tylenol and gummies offer temporary relief of the symptoms. This is key, but you now choose exercise, low inflammation food choices, stretching, movement, natural internal-based relief that will address the root causes of pain and stiffness toward a permanent improvement of the underlying condition, which is aging. In the same way, Looking at our past, we see that maybe we haven't exercised or cared for our body as we should have. But now you see this is not judgment or condemnation. You no longer punish yourself. You now see. You see with empowered noticing. And what you see and notice is not a sentence or a conviction. It's valuable information. With this new empowered thinking, it informs your future, your plan for how you will transform, grow, and thrive. This shift is monumental. You're developing alignment with what you want and why you want it. And your future is now pointing upward. Your thinking is improved and now has direction. Let's review. Mindset is, I can influence my biological trajectory, how I'm aging. Your why is, I want to stay durable, capable, independent, and show up strong and vital for my family. Mindset, why? Now, in application, let's look at mindfulness and how it fits in to serve our efforts. Mindfulness is the practice of being aware of the present moment, acknowledging and accepting thoughts and feelings, not judging and observing. Mindfulness is what keeps you on that path. You're paying attention in a new way, and you see patterns that usually go on in the background unnoticed. Things like negative thinking, self-defeating internal dialogue, and comparison. Practice mindfulness when people look at you and question what you are doing compared to the standard American sedentary, what you are eating and compared to the standard American diet comparison. It's very hard to transform your life without this heightened awareness, which comes from the practice of mindfulness, because these patterns run the show. Oh, I'm not doing that right. Oh, he or she's right. Oh. This is what the famous psychologist and psychiatrist Carl Jung was pointing to with his instruction on how to improve your life. He said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. What is unconscious are those patterns going on in the background, unnoticed. They're the driving force. Practicing mindfulness, you now monitor and evaluate thought patterns, and you curb your reactions. You begin to shift away from being overwhelmed by negativity, shut down by problems, obstacles, what people say. Now you view challenges with curiosity. You begin to see difficulties as blossoming opportunities. You might be saying, yeah, how do I practice mindfulness in this modern distraction-filled world? And you begin with small, manageable efforts. Here are some suggestions. In the morning, 5 minutes undistracted, focusing on breathing, noticing what comes up. Just notice. Don't judge. Don't dig in. Don't try to make your thoughts go away. Just notice. These are the patterns you're going to notice. Midday, or when you're exercising or walking, 10, 15 minutes, notice your thought patterns. Evening, maybe have a meditation reflection, 10 or 15 minutes. You begin to see how these thoughts are pulling you around and pulling your emotions and prompting actions. Now you are beginning to take control of your life, driving yourself in a new direction. Mindset is how you think. I can influence how I age. Why? I want to stay durable, capable, independent. I want to be a model for my family. Mindfulness, I'm aware of the thoughts and feelings that could distract me off course. Your small successes will build confidence, and in a matter of weeks, you will have developed the quiet power to transform your life. Stay tuned, because we are building this entire program from the foundation upward.